Okay, today we'll go for starting the program experiment number 10. That writing a function to implement string operations such as string compare, string concatenate, and string length, and convince the parameter passing techniques. First step, we'll go to starting with the start, then read two strings, okay, string 1 and a string 2, then calculate the string's length using string length functions, then compare both the strings using string copy function, concatenate the strings using strcat function, library function. Although these three are a library function. When you are going to dealing with these three library functions, it is mandatory to use the string.h library function. Then we should use the hash include string dot h library function. Then after, okay, going with the three library functions, then printing the first the length of a string, then printing the strings are equal or not, that is string comparison. Next, we'll go for the joining a two string. The joining a two strings are nothing but a string concatenation. That is printing the concatenated strings. Then after the steps, then we will stop the algorithm. With help to this algorithm, we will go for the development of a C program. First, we will see the string length. First, we'll go for the string compare string compare string concatenate string length function. String compare. The string compare library function uses the strcmp function. In C language, string compare function in this it is used to compare two strings. The strcmp function returns a negative, 0 or a positive integer depending on whether the object pointed by the s1 is that string 1 is less than string 2, or it is a greater than the string 2, or it is a equals to the string 2. Then the object pointed to by the rest of the strings. Next, what is the second one? That is string concatenate. String concatenate function uses the strcat string library function. It is called as a concatenation. In the context of a programming, is the operation of joining two strings together. The term concatenation literally means to merge two things together, also known as string concatenation. Third one is the string length. String length. STRLEN. STRLEN is the string library function. It is used to find a length of a string. It calculates the length of a given string. The string length function takes a string as an argument and returns its length. Basically, whenever you're dealing with this standard library function, it is defined in a string.h header file. Now we'll go for the string compare function first. If I'll go for the string1 str1, if it is declared as a Bangalore, and string2, okay, so taking the place as the Delhi. Okay. We'll compare the both the strings. What will be the length of a string? Okay, and I was concatenating a string and string count. First, we'll go with respect to the first example, string compare. str if condition strcmp string compare of str1 comma str2. It is equals to 0. If it is equals to 0, then we'll go for the printf should display the strings are equal. Strings are equal. Else, the part it should be displayed it as a printf strings are not equal. We compare the string 1 and string 2. As we saw it, the string 1 is nothing but a Bangalore. We are considering it Bangalore, and a string 2 is nothing but a Delhi. When you consider this example, we'll see it. What is string 1? Okay, we'll compare the Bangalore and B and first character of a first string. It is going to be comparing with the first character of a second string. In that case, when you take the B as the ASCII number of a B, when you take the B as B, thus first it is going to be comparing to the first character of the first string to the first character of a second string. B is equal to 98. Okay, then Delhi we go for is equal to it is a 100. In this case, okay. Okay, when you take the 98 and we go for the 98 as well as the 99, in that case 98 minus 100 is going to be considering, then it will be a minus 2. In that case it is not equals to, that means we know it, the minus 2 it is so not equals to a 0. In that case it is going to be referring it as a the string library function as not equals to 0. So it goes to the part of the else statement, else strings are not equal. Okay, if I take the one more example, as the same example, go for it. String 1 equals to, okay, Bob, the name, okay. String 2 equals to Bob. Okay. Okay, when you consider this string 1 and string 2, okay, in this case, okay, when I declare the both the strings, then it is going to be comparing the first character of a first string with the first character of a second string. Okay, when you take this first character of a first string, that for example, when you take the B is the ASCII value. When you take it, when you go for the ASCII value, the B is the 98. Then the first character of a second string, it is also B equals to 98. Okay, fine, both are equals. Then it becomes that is called it as a, it is a equals to a, it is a equals to, these are equals to, whatever equals to a 0. Okay, fine, it is 2. Then you'll go for the O. Okay, O and O both, then both the ASCII is same, then it is equals to 0. Then once again B, then both the BB, both will be 98, 98 is equal to 0. So in that case, when you go for the consideration of a string compare, that is 0, okay, 0 string compare, 0 is equals to a 0, then it is going to be, becomes the strings are equal. So in that case, when you consider this as the code, then when it becomes just in the case Bob and a Bob, then it is equals to 0 and is 0, then it is going to be displaying the strings are equal. Okay, this is the execution part of a string compare library function. Then we can go with the string concatenate library function. Next we will go for string concatenate using the strcat string library function. In this case, I'll take the one as character as a str1 is equal to same if I take the Bangalore, okay, Bangalore. Next str2, we are going to be taking the string as Delhi. In that case, okay, when I use a string concatenate, in this strcat of str1 comma str. In this case, okay, I'm going to be using this string str, that is string cat str1 comma str2. In this case, okay, then it is going to be, the output will be, is going to be displayed it as a okay, okay, output it is going to be displaying it as a Bangalore and Delhi. That means it is going to be combining both the strings, that is string 1 Bangalore and also Delhi. That means the string cat, it is used to join, or that is merge two strings. Now we will go for the string length function, that is strlen. Okay, we'll go for string length function. In that case, when I go for string 1, okay, strlen equals to, okay, if I go to Bangalore, str1 is equal to the Bangalore, okay, then string, sorry, str1 is a Bangalore. Next, str2 equals to a Delhi. Okay, if we consider the two strings, okay, then we should go for string length strlen of str1. When you go for considering this concept, okay, then what it will be strle1. In that cases, we'll go to finding it. Bangalore. What is strlen is the Bangalore. So go for considering the strings. So that is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total string length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 are total are the 9. 9 is the length of a string 1. At last, we know the string is going to be ending with the null statement. Next, to go for a consideration of string strlen of str2. When you go for considering of this string length, then we know that string length is nothing but we have considered it as a del. So when we go for this, for first character, next, second, next, third is L, fourth is H, fifth is I. Then at last the end of a string it is going to be terminating with a null. The total number of the characters are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That it is declared it as a 5. Okay, string length function is used to calculate the length of a given string. When the string length function takes a single string as an argument and returns its length. So now we'll go with respect to the program in a Turbo C software. Then we'll see the execution part of these three library functions. Now we'll go for the execution of this program. When you can see the hash include stdio header file, then console input output dot h header file, then string dot h header files, because we are going to be using the three library functions, string library functions, as the string compare function, string concatenate function, and a string length function. So when you are going for utilizing this in a program, so it is a mandatory to include the string.h header file. Then these are the three function declaration we have taken it, that is string length, character a of 100 and a character b of 100 array size. Next, concatenate, character a of 100 and a character b of 100. String compare, character a of 100 and a character b of 100. Then in that case we are going to be considering it as a Now, we'll start with the program. That is a return type as a void and a main function. Then body of a main function. Then we are declaring the variables using the character data types p of 100, q of 100, and ch of 100. Next, len1 as an integer type, len2 the variable is another integer type. Clear the skin. Printf. Enter the first string. Then we are going to reading with the help of the input statements. That is get string of p. Next, enter the second string, because we want the two strings to be utilized in the programming as a string comparing of a two string and concatenation of a two string. So in that cases we are using the two variables, the two output statements. Then we are reading the one more get as string of q variable, that string length p comma q, and the string p comma q we're reading it. For example, if you're passing the character as the characters are strings, a string 1 and a string 2, as we have shown in example as a Bangalore and a Delhi. Next, string compare p comma q. Okay. 3, the functions we are going to be calling in a main function. So when you go for the string length function, it is going to be calling a string length function, that the function definition has been declared below the main programming, that string length comma string. When you consider this one, assume it the string one line is the Bangalore and Delhi. Same example I'm taking it. String line, when you take the Bangalore it is a 9. When you take the Delhi it is a 5. Then it is going to be printing the first string of a length is the 9 and the second string length is the 5. Okay. When the same the input we have taken as the Bangalore and Delhi, then how it is going to be concatenating, we can see in this concatenate function. Then the A is you are going to be passing the value, that is Bangalore string 1 and Delhi as a string 2, that is character B. Next, printf. The concatenated string is that it is going to be utilizing this string cat functions A comma B. So what is A is character type and B is a character of 100 size. In that cases, it is going to be using the strings that it is going to be concatenating in this case, that is Bangalore and Delhi. Then it is going to be merging the both the strings in this statement. Next, the third function definition we have defined is string compare character A of 100 and a B of 100. In this cases, if the string compare A comma B, if I take the Bangalore and Delhi, if it is equals to 0, as we see in an earlier example, then it is going to be displaying it is the strings are equals. Okay, when you consider the Bangalore and Delhi, we know the characters, the binary ASCII value of A and B are both are different. Okay, when you consider it as a Bangalore, okay, and a Delhi, when you go for the Bangalore and Delhi, both are the different. So strings are not equal. So if I take the second example as the Bob, B-O-B, Bob, Bob, both the strings are there. Okay. Then it comes to the equals. Then it is going to display the strings are equal. So with respect to this program, we will execute this program and try to see what will be the output. Compile, exit. So it is going to be asking the enter the first string. If the first string I'm going to be entering the Bangalore. Okay. Next string, it is asking to enter the next string. So I'm going to typing the Delhi. So we can see the first function, the first string length function, it is the 9. Next, second string length function is the 5. We know that Bangalore is the 9 number of characters in a strings. The length is 9 and Delhi is the 5. Then strings are not equal. So when you compare the Bangalore and Delhi, it is going to be -2 when you go for the first character of the first string and the first character of second string, both are different. So if it is same, then it displays it are equal. So it is not the same in respect to the Bangalore and the lead both the strings. In that case, strings are not equal. Next, the concatenated strings are when you go for merging the both the strings, it is going to be displaying the Bangalore and the this will be the output of it. Okay, this is the first example. We can see the second example. Okay, first compile. Okay, enter the first string. If I take the first string as the Bob as the first string, then the second string also same string we are going for considering it as the Bob. In that case, is the Bob. Okay, we will see that Bob. The first string, the length is the BOB. That means first B, O is the second character, B is the next, B is the third character. Both string, the length of a string 2, it is a 3. So when you consider the Bob and Bob using the string compare function, then it is going to be displaying the string as equal. Then both the concatenating a string using string cat function is BOB, BOB, that it is going to merging the two strings. Okay, in this cases, okay, one more execute part we will go for it, execution of a output example. If I take the as the okay, Amul is the next is the Amit. Okay, in this cases, what it is going to be displaying the first is length of is 4. First string is AMUL. It is a 4 characters. The length of a string 1 is 4. Next, AMIT. It is the length of a string is also 4. So the strings are not equal to that because when it's going to be comparing a string strcmp as the ASCII value of A is the 97 and it is going to comparing the first character of a second string, that is A97. Okay, it is just 2. Then it is equal. Then if both the characters are equal, then it moves to the second character of a first string and a second character of a second string. Then both are now it is equal. Then you go for the U. that is third character of a first string and a third character of a second string. When you go to considering the ASCII value of u and I, then it becomes a difference. In those cases, it displays the strings are not equal. Then when you go for the third functions to be executed, that is the concatenating a string. Then when it joins a two string, that is merging a two string, as the first is the amul, the string one, and the string two is the amit, then the output is going to be displayed.